Yo, what's up? Happy Monday. Welcome to the gym. Thank you so much for being here. And I know it's late. Listen, I've been having a hard time waking up on time. You know? It's fall. I got my cozy clothes on. Sleeping in just feels really nice in the fall. It does. I know. AFC North, every team won. I know. Bengals finally got back to 500. Yo, thank you, CMT, for the sub. And the 9 months. Appreciate you. And then the Browns, my God. Did you see that missed field goal, bro? Oh, man. The Browns beat the man. What, the undefeated 49ers? Is that? Holy smokes. I just tuned in for the end of that game, and I was like, oh, man, the Browns are going to win. This is crazy. And then, like, they tried so hard to, like, not win in the last couple minutes, and then had, like, a big penalty that, like, basically gave the 49ers a chance to kick a game-winning. Oh, did the Eagles lose too? Oh, my God. Thank goodness, because the Eagles fans were so annoying about being undefeated. God. Oh, thank goodness. They were so annoying. Yes, a great day for sports ball yesterday, that's for sure. And then, of course, the Ravens winning in London. Can you put the Browns game in Pokemon trading card game terms? Oh, man. That's why there's just like both teams were just throwing back and forth until finally the 49ers threw the word. They threw. And it's like I start to feel bad for kickers sometimes. I'm like, dang, those guys have it tough. Like the whole and then it's like y'all get paid to kick a ball. Whatever. I I shouldn't make light of it. I mean, I get paid to play Pokemon card, but they do get paid to handle those high pressure situations. But that's not true because Justin Tucker is the most valuable Raven, and we all know it. Okay, we all listen. That's not true. You only know the kickers' names if they lose the game. That's not true. All right. Justin Tucker is the GOAT. And everybody in Baltimore knows that. But yeah, what was it? Moody or whatever his name was? Just yeah. Just shanked it, dude. You just watch it like you're like the Browns are usually the ones getting bodied, so it was like for the Browns to win that game with a backup quarterback the whole way, like dang, dude, that's crazy against an undefeated team. Cleveland needs little pick-me-ups like that every once in a while, okay? Yeah, thank you, Real Sunny, for the sub. I appreciate it. Listen, Cleveland needs a pick-me-up from time to time. That's good. I know. I'm not a Browns fan, but they are my second favorite team in the division. Because what am I going to root for, the Steelers or the Bengals? Oh, I'm sorry, Angelic Shark. You got to get the computer to stop listening to you. Bears? Oh, yeah. No, I heard that the Bears are not very good. Sad. So, anyways, great weekend for sports ball. Also, I didn't watch any of the Sacramento Regionals, but why do people keep telling me that there was a lot of throwing going on? I'm very, happy for the people who did well. I did hear that both finalists, this was their first regional championship. I mean, how wonderful is that? That's very fun. So major congratulations to them. The final's only 25 minutes long. What? What in the world? Yeah, there was Arceus Gyarados V-Star, right? Or VMAX. Sorry, there's no Gyarados V-Star. Isn't Gyarados VMAX, like, not very good? I'm just checking. This thing's weak to lightning. Dude just did not play against any Miraidon decks, did he? Which I guess, that's just like... Also, what is this card good against? Oh. So what's the point of the 1/1 Gyarados? The winning Lugia deck missed all Miraidon. Oh my goodness. But then, like... The V is for Charizard. All right, so then... This? Well, you just supposed to hope a Charizard hits it? Oh, do you put a memory capsule? One Lugia deck hit Lost Zone box 11 out of 14 rounds. Wait. All right. So what was this Arceus deck that got second place? It's just Arceus with a 1/1 Gyarados and like Path and Bibarel? That was it? Charlie Kerr hit 11 lost boxes? Good God. And a slacking V. And at least one Sharon's. All right, so it's just an Arc Path pile, basically. Melanie, yeah, it's just an Arc Path deck. Yeah, it's just Arc Path, right? Like basically with some fun buddies in there. Like, that's like a nice kind of summation of the deck? It was like, Arc Path with a couple of buddies. Oh, you can beat Lost Box decks with Arceus just by going Judge Path and having a really big guy. That's how you beat Lost Box decks. And maybe go like Sharon's Care once. That's it. Yeah, thank you, Horsey, for the sub. And the 50 months? Need a new tricky drawing? I don't have any paper. What do you want me to draw? You think I could draw? Man, I'm so out of practice. Draw Halucha? I don't know what a Halucha looks like. You think I know what a Halucha looks like? You know how like they have those things where like close your eyes and like what is a, you know, how good are you at visualizing objects in your mind's eye? And then like, you know, do they have any like the, you know, what? Yeah. This is the one I'm thinking of here. All right. And then like, thank you, Canadian Raiden, for that Prime sub. Appreciate you. Thank you. Carrot sticks can taste that apple. You know, where are you on the object visualizer? I am somewhere between 4 and 5. I'm like right over here. Yeah. I'm like 4. I'll give myself a little bit of credit. Or I'm at least, maybe I'm between 3 and 4. But I am not over here. I am definitely over here. I'm not 5. I can visualize things. Like I can. Yeah, it's 4. I'm a 4 for sure. Yeah. I'd say I'm like right here. So when I try to like draw from memory, I mean, that's why my drawings look so bad, you know? Because I mean, if I'm drawing with a reference, I could draw pretty well. But drawing without a reference, I just, you know, my mind just doesn't work that way, which is strange for someone who does a lot of like visual creativity art stuff. I mean, most of my artistic experience is in the field of photography. So like, you know, obviously to be a good photographer, you don't necessarily need to be able to visualize, you know, things. But yeah, isn't it funny how everybody's brains works differently? This is crazy. Gyarados, dude. All right. So you guys want... All right, let's watch it back. You guys want to watch it back? Let's watch it back. I didn't watch any of the... I didn't watch any of this, actually. It's Monday. Dude with the Pikachu bucket hat all day, too, was... I mean, that was pretty fire. I'm not going to lie. Whoa. No leaks. I'll start with top 8. Listen, I ain't watching all of Swiss. That's doing too much. But I'll start with top 8. Will I? How long is this going to take? Dang, that's crazy. Lawson. How did Lugia end up doing so well? What? That deck is fraudulent. Congrats to Azul on making top 8. That was nice to see. Lugia does beat Lost Zone easy. Yes. It does. That's like... That's the whole thing.
knowledge about their deck and about the matchup, maybe we can see some adjustments there. Alexander Flatos going up against Azul Garcia Diego. We saw Alexander earlier today on the Colas Lugia, and the deck did not show up.
Need to slap my headphones on so I can hear.
Now making it into top 8, he can shake off some of that bad luck.
Yeah, saw Charlie playing the list perfectly and just wondered when it was going to be his turn. Played down Lugias, they just did not stick around, and was a quick work right there. Azul been featured on stream a few times already this weekend. We're going to give him a break, see if he can handle that one on one of the side tables. Meanwhile, we have Ryan Harris with another top 8 performance here, silently becoming one. Let's take a look there, another Lugia V-Star.
Give me a second to
Ryan
fix
Harris
the audio
also rounding
real quick.
out, I think, the smorgasbord of different lists for our top 8 with the Gardevoir deck, of course. It's a deck that has,
there we go,
ever since it made its
debut
at EUIC last year, has just been a fantastic meta pick, very solid, very consistent, and always has.
All right, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to watch it at pace, or you guys want to do you want to watch it like up the speed at all? Let's see, we've got playback speed. Let's try it 1.5 and see what it do. All right. Top 8. We've got Charlie Kerr versus Nicolo Abate. And Nicolo's got that Arceus deck, obviously. No spoilers, but we do know this Arceus deck does make it to the finals. But let's see how he got there.
I already love Nicolo. Look at this. The Arceus V is intruding on the line there, going right into attack Charlie.
You're just got to assert dominance, Kyle.
Are you sure you want to watch it at 1.5? You sure? You sure that doesn't annoy you? We've got all day. There's no need to. Are you sure? All right, 1.5. Oh, we'll just do casting off. Okay, we could do casting off. I'll just be your caster. All right, that's fine. That way you get a completely unique experience here. All right, that's cool. That's cool. We'll do it. All right. Fine. Man, well, that's going to require that I do a lot more talking, bro. What the heck? Moan's caster audition? No, come on. I've done plenty of casting. As if. All right, let's go. Welcome to the top 8 of the Sacramento Regional Championships. 1,400 players have competed to be in this exact position where these two players are competing now for a chance at a regional champion title. Nicolo on the left with his very unique Arceus brew featuring Gyarados VMAX against Charlie Kerr on the right with Lugia V-Star. Nicolo gonna start things off with energy on Arceus, Bidoof down, and pass. That's exactly what you want as an Arceus deck. Really not asking for a lot. We just want we just want an Arceus and an energy. Charlie with the perfect response. Professor Burnett in hand. No need for Lumineon. Just discarding double Archeops right away. And capturing Aroma Tails, going to give Charlie a backup Lugia to go with. Now, Nicolo's list is featuring Path to the Peak. It's probably going to be something that we're going to see play a big role in this match. Because Path to the Peak can turn off Lugia's Summoning Star. I do see Charlie Kerr use Read the Wind and finds a Stadium and an Ultra Ball, so we'll be guaranteed the Lugia and Summoning Star next turn, unless Nicolo has got some juice going on. I see Nicolo evolve to Bibarel and Iono. Both players going to get 6 cards. That Ultra Ball and Counter Stadium going right to the bottom of Charlie's deck. And this is just a pile of garbage. This is exactly what I come to expect from Arceus piles. You Iono to 6 terrible cards. And it looks like maybe Nicolo is going to be able to Industrious Incisors for 1. With Palpad to chuck the Iono back in, attach Double Turbo to the Arceus V, and it's like, do we get 2 cards? Path down, Industrious Incisors for 2. Better find an Arceus here, baby. Let's go. Nada. So then we got Nest Ball for probably a backup Arceus, right? Or another attacker. And then we're either going to see a Trinity Charge or a Power Edge. Power Edge does set up this Lugia. Let's see if we do 110 damage plus 180. That'll be enough for a KO. If the Lugia does find a V-Guard energy, then it'll mess up that math. But, you know, there is some value to a Power Edge for 110 damage there. It can set up that Lugia for a 2-hit KO, so long as Nicolo is able to draw into a into an Arceus this next turn. We got the full shuffle, so it is looking like, yes, Power Edge. Now, this is a very risky situation because if Charlie is able to bump this path and get a Lugia V-Star online, it looks like he does have double Ultra Ball in his hand, so if he plays a Pumpkaboo, he could go get Pumpkaboo. But we don't see that. We see, let's see, Charlie evolving the benched Lugia into a Lugia V-Star. I wonder if there is a Pumpkaboo in this list. But it's looking like no, just a Read the Wind. So I'm imagining that there is no Pumpkaboo available or no Pumpkaboo in this list. And I'm getting word from chat that there is no Pumpkaboo in this list. That's crazy, dude. All right. Well, with no Pumpkaboo, things are about to get a lot more difficult for Charlie, and you can see that path to the peak just putting in so much work. And now Nicolo is just thinning his hand down to Industrious Incisors and finds an Ultra Ball, which is going to allow him to take a KO on this Lugia V. And this is why Path to the Peak is such a powerful card in standard format right now. I mean, you're seeing it just completely steal this game away. Without that Path to the Peak, Nicolo gets his only, I mean, straight up, without that Path to the Peak, Nicolo gets his only Arceus V knocked out this turn, and this game is pretty much over. But that just the Path to the Peak, buying Nicolo that one turn is giving him enough time to take the prize lead and establish 2 huge Arceus V-Stars, right? Where last turn he would have been very vulnerable with just Arceus V. Now, Charlie is under a lot of pressure and has 2 gigantic Arceus V-Stars to compete against, which puts him in a really compromising situation. Looks like Charlie's got the Counter Stadium off the Gift Energy draw and is going to be able to counter back here with some Archeops online. Lugia can now use Summoning Star. You know, thank you, Lunas, for that Prime sub. Appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see, where's chat? Chat can live up here. That's a nice place for chat to live. How about that? Wonderful. Cool. Yes, the Path to the Peak also very good for slacking, which is featured in Nicolo's deck, which could just do a lot of damage. I think what slacking does base 260 or something silly like that. That's pretty nuts. So now, I mean, look at this look at this situation that Charlie's in, though. I mean, so it's a 2-hit KO war. We've got a Tempest Dive from Lugia, and we've got a bunch of 2-hit KOs that are basically going to go down because Charlie is going to have a difficult time 1-hit KOing these Arceus without like a big Weird Ear play or something like that. And if Niccolo is able to get this Gyarados V charged up with Trinity Nova right here, Gyarados VMAX can 1-hit KO Weird Ear and the like. So that is going to help Niccolo out with the whole 1-hit KO situation towards the end of the game. But right now, with Niccolo just kind of being up in the 2-hit KO prize race, he's just in a incredibly favorable position. And keep in mind, Niccolo had not used his V-Star power yet, honestly. Had just jammed that path to the peak down. And it's looking like Niccolo may just go up 2 more prizes with like a boss choice belt situation on the bench Lugia and just say like, yeah, we're just gonna continue going insane aggro. Nest Ball to set up another Bibarel. I see the choice belt coming, so that choice belt could be used with Serena. We do see the Serena already in his hand. And this Arceus is going to be doing some serious work, bro. All right. Yeah, that's 230 damage on a bench Lugia. And now, just like that, Niccolo going up 4 prizes on Charlie. Just completely nuts. And Trinity Nova. There's how much water left in the deck? 2 water left. Okay, that's fine. The Gyarados getting some love there on the bench. But, I mean, is Charlie, what do? You're like, you're down 4 prizes against a fat Arceus deck. Just feels like a pretty insane. Oh, no! Charlie says knockout? So Charlie thinks that this is going to be a KO, bro? Hold on, I've turned the volume on real quick. Hold on. Oh, man, bro. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to let the casters take it here for a second.
Energy, nice single prize attacker to get some damage. Mesa Goza bumps path to the peak, finally unleashing summoning Star.
230 damage to
okay.
Oh. Or attachment there on the arc.
Comes away. The strategy at that point, Kyle, right, is just to get around whatever they're attacking with and find those easy prizes when you can.
Well, the damage should start to stick at this
point. Okay,
point.
Here we go.
Of course, it would take Charlie finding
Let's see it.
Stadium, benching even more Pokemon, and at that point, he's going to start to run into some susceptible Pokemon like Luminia.
All right.
And those, of course, could just be
here we go.
Away from closing out a game and moving on to game 2.
So Serena brings up the Lugia V, as you talked about, Kyle. Arceus V in the active with that choice belt that Niccolo had saved for later. Put that back in the deck with Iono. Now it comes back when that damage is needed.
Yep, Niccolo just confirming the water attachment there on the Arceus V-Star. That's correct. We'll see if there are any more energies to be attached to this Gyarados V.
And this is great because now Niccolo's attaching the energies to the
Gyarados. This is crazy on so many fronts, right? Because Charlie bringing up Niccolo just has game. Oh my God. So Charlie bringing up the Gyarados V and swinging into it, like, it's a huge throw from Charlie because Charlie is just handing Niccolo the game, right? Is just saying, like, I am going to make the only play. I'm going to make the only play that allows you to win the game. So Charlie's about to make the only play on the board that gives Nicolo the win next turn. Charlie's about to make that play. Let's watch.
Gyarados V getting a little bit more there, and after these two prizes are drawn, we'll have the Gyarados V Max in hand.
Lines up fairly well. There is, I believe, a double turbo energy in hand, so could see this Pokemon attacking with a bunch of hit points pretty soon.
Yep, however, 330, hard for Charlie Kerr to get through. Max Tyrant going to threaten 240 damage, but...
Yeah, the issue with the Gyarados is it takes 3 water energies to use Max Tyrant, so look at this, targeting it down. So I don't want to deal with you and all those hit points.
200. Just 200.
Oh, it's not a knockout. Look at that. It's just not with the double turbo.
Did he say knockout and then was like, 200? Is that what just happened? I'm pretty sure Charlie's like, knockout, 200. It's like, all right. So Charlie realized, like, he's obviously in a very bad position, and this game was unrolling for Charlie, like unraveling. This game was unraveling this is the point though where as Charlie, you just scoop it up, bro. Like, I think if I'm Charlie here, and I make this error, I just take the deck and I just like, all right, game 2, I'm going first. That's it, right? Like, I'm not trying to live through that for any longer than I have to, right? Why? Come on. Let's just keep it pushing, right? Zoinks. All right, and let's look up just to see what Gyarados does, right? Interesting theory. Let's see what actually happens. Yeah, I mean, I'm scooping there 100%. All right, and it shows. So Gyarados V has the Get Angry attack, right? 20 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Okay, so for all you mathematicians out there, 20 damage counters on the Gyarados. Even with a double turbo energy, we're talking like 400 damage, 380 damage. Yeah. All right. I'm just checking. Okay. Play ball.
And Gyarados V has the Get Angry attack, can strike back depending on the amount of damage counters that are on it. Might not even...
All right. So right now, Nicolo just needs to double turbo energy right there. We see it at the end of his hand. Double turbo on to Gyarados. Get Angry for game. All right, let's see.
Even evolve this.
Hang on.
Yeah, Nicolo has win in hand. Literally. There it is.
Yeah, we're just an energy away, right?
One more energy. Is there a Melanie?
Just get angry.
Judge for the energy. Do
get
it.
Angry. Hit him.
DTE. Yeah, just get him.
No! No! Listen, these are long weekends, all right? It's a long weekend. There's a lot of Pokemon out there. Sometimes you forget what Gyarados V does. I don't know what Gyarados V does. You know? I can't knock Nicolo for forgetting about Gyarados V. I don't... When was the last time you attacked with Gyarados V? All right? Yeah, listen. Ain't no weekend that long. All right. Let's hear. I want to hear the caster's reaction to this too.
We're not getting angry.
Oh, he's evolving and he's going in for the Max Tyrant.
I'm angry.
But wait, you need one more water energy.
That's
no. You can't even max Tyrant, bro. We're Hyper Beam for 100. No, I'm not Hyper Beam for 100. No.
Can be used. You're in the attack phase if you'd like, but it looks like there's a little more going on. Why didn't we get angry?
Nicolo is a very polite person. It's his first regional.
It's fine.
Wanted to keep his cool on stream, Kyle.
Oh.
That seemed like a layup to me.
Yep.
Yep. Kyle is molding on the mic right now. Yes, that's for sure. Like, bro. Well, it's like a $5,000 game. Like, dude, this is $5,000. You know? Like, I mean, this is a $5,000 game.
I think after getting the Gyarados VMAX out of the prizes, was it enough? Maybe my math was just wrong.
No! Retreat! No!
The audience is doing the math right now for me. Oh, it's backing out of the play.
It's a lot. It's a big knockout. It would have been 400 damage and then reduce the double turbo. It was a super knockout. You get another prize card in game 2 because of how big a knockout it was.
This is just a long-term bait. Got the 3 prize Pokemon heavily damaged on the bench. Wants Charlie Kerr to go chase it down with the boss.
Do you think Charlie, at this point, at what point, do you think Charlie understands that, like, his opponent just had win? Is Charlie like, Charlie probably realizes, right? But I mean, it's hard to say. What I want to know is, like, at what point do they realize everything that just went on here? But that's the thing, is Nicolo is not punished at all because we know he makes it all the way to the finals. So
Charlie top decks the research. He's still in this thing. He's got another research in hand. Let's keep going.
Yeah, the full art research is we need to see some additional attackers. Snorlax is not really big enough to contend right now with the current spat of Pokemon that Nicolo is threatening with.
Listen, Nicolo is chilling, bro. He's just taking his time. All right. He's just taking his time. Listen, he's up 6-2. He's just going to learn a little bit more about his opponent's deck. Don't worry about it. Nicolo's got this one under control. I understand. Yeah. Nicolo got this one under control. He's just going to learn a little bit more about his opponent's deck. That's all.
I might need you to take over. All right.
Sometimes it happens.
That's what Kyle like can't even do it anymore. Like Kyle's he's about to tap out. He's like, yeah, man. I got nothing to say, man. I can't say.
Happens like that, Kyle. It is Nicolo's first regional, made it all the way to top 8, and sometimes you don't think about the attacks on the Vs that you need.
It's such a cool attack. There was a whole deck around it previously.
It's not even about the not taking the prizes. It's just not being able to see such a cool attack on stream.
Yep, I think the hat was a little too low.
Not the hat, bro. Not the hat. You leave the hat out of this. All right, Kyle. You leave the hat out of this. The hat's got nothing to do with it. We're all happy to see the hat.
But Charlie Kerr, after that research, finds the Weird Ear V and Radiant Charizard, 2 of the late game comeback attackers that Carlos Lugia loves to run. So if Charlie Kerr is going to bring this one back from the brink, these are the Pokemon that are going to do.
All right, let's there's no way this game lasts very long, right? I mean, we're about to come up with Weird Ear. I mean, I guess there's no way Charlie wins this game, right? Oh my God. Like, guys, there's no way Charlie wins this game, right? Guys. Charlie doesn't win this game, right? Holy smokes. All right. So Weird Ear is going to take... It's a knockout, right? All right, looks like there's some counting. Maybe he's not quite there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 4 is 370 minus 40. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a knockout. All right. So, yeah, there we go. We're done. You bodied. Okay. You're out of here. Weird Ear is cruising. Now, Boss's Orders does not win the game anymore because of Collapse Stadium. Oh, man. This is crazy. So now, Nicolo needs to find like a super rod or something because Nicolo needs to attack twice. I'm assuming, yeah, even with the choice belt, the V-Guard energy would prevent a knockout. So, Nicolo has to attack twice. And the problem is, ain't no water energy in that deck. And the other problem is, ain't no rod in that deck. So, all right, so here's the dealio, is that nine times 4 is 370. 360. What did I say? 370? Whatever, dude. It's off by 10. Who cares? 30. Yeah, 9 times 4 is 36. With the 0 for the... Yeah. Yeah, it's a Baker's 360. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, whatever, man. I was doing the finger trick. Yeah, 9. See, 9 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 36. Yep, 36. See? There you go. There we go. You're a math major. This is painful. Is anybody just learning about the finger trick for the first time right now? Is there anybody else that's learning? All right, check this out. All right, so yeah. So if you want to know 9 times any number, bro, it's 9 times any number. You say 9 times 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 times 5 is 45. I guess we could do it the other way so that you guys kind of see it right. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 45. Yeah. 9 times 5 is 45. What? 9 times 7? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 63. All right, you want to do... You don't think it's going to work for 9 times 3, do you? All right, 9 times 3. 1, 2, 3. It's 27. You've just done it in your head? Well, yeah, but I never needed to waste any brain space on my 9 multiplication table because I do it on my fingers. 9 times 11? Well, then you do 9 times 10, which is 90 plus 9 for the 11, and then it's 99. Yeah, there you go. Easy. Easy. Just learn math the normal way. That is the normal way. That's the normal way I learned it. Common Core. Yeah, I got haters for sure. Listen, all right. Listen, I don't want to hear no hating on counting on your fingers. Ain't nothing wrong with counting on your fingers, bro. Was truly never taught this Mahone method in school. That's a shame. Counting on your fingers is cool, bro. Listen, counting on your finger. I am. Listen, I'll count on my fingers before taking a knockout at the regional championship. Better than misplaying, dog. Better than misplaying 100%. All right, so what? And math, believe it or not, math was actually my best subject on the SAT. It was actually writing, but writing's not even a real section of the SAT. That's like a, I don't know. They added a writing section, and I think they took it back out. I don't know. But math was my best subject in school. I just don't like math. But I'm pretty good at it. They kept making me leave my fingers outside the testing room. That's right. That's right. For the math section of the SAT, they can't take my fingers away, dog. Just think about how powerful I was in the SAT room with all 10 of my fingers. I was basically cheating the whole time. Man, because my fingers had all the answers I needed. Oh, man. That's funny. Anyways, in order for Nicolo to stay in this game, he's got to find a double turbo or an energy. He's got to put an energy on this Arceus next turn. Or this turn. He needs to put an energy on this Arceus right now. And then so long as he can, like, find boss and finish off this weird ear or whatever, then, like... But I can't believe dude about to lose this game. All right, let's just watch. Okay. Yeah, because he's got no more basic energy in the deck, but he does have at least enough energy to power up an Arceus. But he's got to find one right now. He has to. So he just needs to draw as many cards as humanly possible so that he can find the energy that he needs to power this thing up. So he's going to judge. He's used one Industrious Incisors. Six times 11. Here's the deal with multiplying by 11, chat. Is that 6 times 11 is just 66. Everybody knows that. 7 times 11 is 77. Come on. Everybody knows that. 11s are easy. 9 times 11 is 99. 2 times 11 is 22. Come on, it's just the same number twice. Come on, that's easy, bro. That's easy. 11 times 11 is 1111. You guys are tripping. Come on, 1111. Everybody knows that, bro. Everybody knows it's 1111. $11 birthday. North American education. All right. Revolutionary War scoreboard. Okay. Scoreboard. I don't want to hear any smoke from any Brits. All right. You got that? You got that? I don't want to hear no smoke. Scoreboard, baby. Scoreboard. Listen, we didn't learn about the War of 1812 at our schools, okay? Come on. Is Mr. Soda King not a Brit? Oh no. I'm sorry, Soda King. I know. American education system, it needs help, okay? It needs help. We need all the help we can get. I know Soda King is from over there. I just assumed it was massive ricochet. Wrongfully accused of being Brit. That's true. The American education system does need a lot of help. And, I mean, so does so much else. Our healthcare system, I mean, everything. Where are you from, Soda King? Listen, you know I'm a big fan of London. I went to London this last year. I'm not standing for such slander of a nation. The Ravens just went to London, had a fantastic time there. We love London. Soda's from Sweden. Nice. You know, towards country, the other one. Ah, yes. So when they say the Netherlands, there are other lands over there, and those are the ones that you're from? Dang, there's whole beef over here about, all right, what's better? Is it Sweden or Norway? Let's just pull up the map, okay? Google Earth. Ancient beef? They have ancient beef, bro. Listen, just let me into Google Earth. Explore Google Earth. Thank you. All right, where are y'all at? Over here. I suppose I could see how it would be insulting where I called you a Brit. The Brits are over here, and you're over here. I get it. I get it. You're in a slightly different position. That's about the distance from Michigan to Ohio. That's like one Texas away. Yeah. They're across the pond. All right, well, what do you guys call this? You're across the North Sea. Do you have like a cute phrase that you say, like when we say, oh, the Brits are across the pond, do you have like a cute phrase for calling somebody across the North Sea? Yeah, Sweden is massive. I mean, I can tell. Yeah, listen. I can tell. Sweden is huge. Look how big this country is. Didn't you guys just become a part of NATO? That's probably big news, isn't it? Is Sweden and Finland, you guys are NATO. You guys are NATO allies. Part of the boys club. It's complicated. Everything I've been reading is you guys are all joining it, right? We're all allies now. Look at us. See, we're allies. Isn't that nice? All right, let's see how this game ends. What about I play in the special event in Utrecht in March? Where is that? Listen, guys, I never took AP Euro, okay? Frugal Earth. That's where Abton is? Ooh. It's in the Netherlands? Let's see. Listen, I have an art degree. You guys need to chill out. Expect me to know where all these countries and cities are. Quit playing with me, dog. Wow. They have a Pokemon event here? What kind of event is it? A big one. It's a special event? Bigger than Peoria? Bro. When is it? March? It's regionals, but no money. Wait, why would I go there? It's like a regionals with no money. You know how much it would cost to get there? Heather will go if I go. But if you win, you don't get any money. Yo, Pumpkin Amy's going to be there? That does seem like kind of a fun deal. Do we know where EUIC is? EUIC going to be in I play Pokemon for the body. Is it going to be in London again? Guaranteed. I love London. You know what? I like London a lot. London gets a lot of flack. I think London is cool. I like London. Yeah, London was kind of sick, honestly. I'm excited to go back. I'm definitely going to EUIC. Only because the Ravens won in London yesterday. Yeah, big London fan here. Uh-huh. The Ravens love London. All right, when's EUIC? Let's see. Guys, all right, which one of you Google Earth experts knows where this is? All right, my background. I updated to the new Mac OS, and I don't know. This is beautiful, though. Where do you think this is? Yeah, this is gorgeous. I don't know. It's like some farmland or something. Yeah, chat GeoGuessr. Yeah. GeoGuessr this. Oh. It's an April 14th. All right, so you're telling me in March, there's the Utrecht special again. Well, anybody got like a couch I could crash on? I could just come up to Utrecht for the special event, and then I'll just crash on your couch until EUIC. I'll stream. I could do some streams from. Yeah, any Brits mind hooking a homie up with a place to stay? Yeah, I'll just ship out there for like you know. Yeah, for a month. Yeah, I'll just live on your couch for a month. Is that okay? This was for humor. That was for joke. That was not serious. All right. Let's get to this very serious game though. All right, it's looking like Nicolo did not. Yo, thanks, Soda King. I appreciate that. You're joking, though, because Sweden actually is far from... See, you're joking. Oh, that was a joke. I get it. Okay. All right, fine. It looks like Nicolo did not find the energy he needs, and then he industrious synthesizers for one, and does find a jet, but he can't attach it. Oh, God. This just keeps getting worse, bro. Yo, that's awesome, Pumpkin Amy. Good for you. That'll be so fun. How the Tricky Gym European subsidiary got started. This is... I'm just having a really hard time with this one. This is so brutal, right? Because, like... All right. So here's the problem. Is that, like, yeah, he needed to find an energy, right? And... yeah, he needs to rope, so then he'll use rope and he'll knock out like the Snorlax that gets promoted or whatever, you know, or something like that. And then in order to win, Nicolo's going to need to find Double Turbo Arceus boss for game. Let's see it. So we got the energy, got to attach the jet because he know, and he's got Arceus in hand. So like, I can't believe Charlie didn't scoop this game, and now I can't believe he's about to win. I'm really jacked up, dude. This is messed up. Okay, and there's no energy. So he swings, he knocks out the Snorlax, Charlie promotes Charizard. Why is my dude promoting Charizard? Is there something I'm missing here? Why is he promoting Charizard? Well, like, first of all, Nicolo's got one prize left. Nicolo has one prize left, and there is only one Pokemon on your board that can withstand a hit from Arceus, and it's Weirdeer. Charlie has 4 prizes to take. But the problem is he just needs to be, at this point, Nicolo's got 1 prize remaining, so Charlie just needs to be attacking with his biggest attacker. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that, Amy. I hear that. Yeah, 100%. All right, well, let's see how it goes. We draw. All right, now keep in mind, Nicolo's got 1 prize left. All Charlie needs to do is knock out with Weird Ear and then force Nicolo to have boss for game, right? No! Bro. Bro. Wait, hold up. I need to go back into the commentators. All right, we got to hear. I got to be on the ground here, and I need to hear everything.
Get this stadium out of the way, and there's one more collapse in the hand if my eyes don't deceive. That also a lot more since all of the energies have been attached piecemeal onto smaller targets. The energy going to the discard pile is now starting to come back to bite Nicolo.
Wow, only drawing 1 card, not going to count to the stadium. It isn't energy, but is it a jet?
Yes.
That you have to go to the active and now escape rope back out, take a single prize knockout.
You can hear it in Kyle. You can hear it in Kyle's voice. Like Kyle is like, ah. Like, oh man. Yeah, you can hear it.
That is one way to attach an energy.
That is correct. The jet energy is mandatory. So after the escape rope, Charlie Kerr just considering this Snorlax has kind of just been chilling on the bench the whole game. Nicolo comes right back into the Arceus V-Star.
Yeah, this is the wrong Pokemon to attack into. Of course, Nicolo didn't have an opportunity. Maybe you just don't even attach the energy at this point. But Weird Ear V is just going to come.
No, I'm with Nicolo's decision here to jet and escape rope. Like you had to, right? I mean, like playing. We're not talking about any of the other stuff that's happened in this game, of which there has been quite a bit. But talking about this position from where Nicolo's at, like Nicolo had to attach that energy. So like I get that. That's fine, right? Nicolo had to attach that energy. He has to have another attacker. Yeah.
Back to 100%. Take a knockout, and there's no Pokemon.
At this point, though, like just from like a game routing position, it's like, okay, you've got your opponent only has 1 prize left. It's your job to just attack with the biggest guy on your board. That's just like a very, yeah, let's not overthink it too much. But yeah, it's your opponent's got 1 prize left, you attack with the biggest guy. That's just like there's nothing else to think about. You attack with the guy with the most amount of HP, the hardest guy to knock out when your opponent has 1 prize left. That's it, right? You're putting up the biggest guy. That's just it. That's just Pokemon 101. That is the basics, right?
One more knockout. That's going to leave Nicolo with 1 more prize.
So you really don't want to send up this Charizard here. You really don't, because it can be knocked out.
Making a big bet here, Kyle, that I'll somehow be able to find another KO when I need it to close out this game.
Right, because with the V-Guard, the Weird Ear, I mean, but what does the Punch Glove matter? Like, with the Weird Ear, Punch Glove will put it to 180, right? But then 180... with the V-Guard is going to be 150, so it's still going to live.
With Path to the Peak down, Radiant Charizard's Excited Heart ability will not be active. Charlie Kerr has to get this stadium out of the way, and there's one more collapse in the hand if my eyes don't deceive me.
What a wild back and forth here.
Yeah, Nicolo, I think, really demonstrated that this list is not a joke. The Arceus and the Gyarados just having consistent attacking pressure is something that we've established throughout the weekend is a recipe for...
I mean, in a lot of ways, it's like what Nicolo's doing here with Arceus Gyarados is like is the same it's the same reason why Miraidon is good, right? You just slam path down and you just like attack consistently, and it's like it's pretty good
for success, and simply was not able to follow through when he had the maximum pressure against Charlie Kerr's slower start thanks to Path to the Peak.
All right, there is a counter stadium. There's a few of them in hand.
Okay.
Just contemplating which is the correct choice.
We gotta put, you like have to put collapsed into play. Like at this point, I mean, I don't know if you know your opponent's list 100%, but you don't want to assume that they're gonna need Arceus V-Star to win. So like, don't give them the Mesagoza so that they can flip for Arceus V-Star, right?
And all the energy.
I'm not sure if there's another way to use this collapsed stadium, and Mesagoza potentially gives Nicolo some assistance.
No, man. No, man. No, man. No, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right.
Considering the Iono first. This Radiant Charizard cannot attack.
But didn't bump the stadium before?
No.
Why'd you guys tell me to watch this, bro?
What's the...
What's the logic? Oh, God.
I don't know if he realizes it, Kyle, that he had to bump that Path to the Peak.
Are there enough energies to retreat? Taking a look now with the Archeops. Should hopefully have a double turbo in there. Still has that option.
Oh, my God. So he has to go retreat now? Okay, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, maybe the plan was always just to attack with the Weird Ear.
Then promote the Weird Ear.
That's right, then promote the Weird Ear. Man.
I don't know, Kyle.
Well, and now it like can't attack because that's a luminous. All right, so that Charizard can never attack now. All right.
At the very least, the Primal Turbo ability allows Charlie Kerr to pivot out of this spot, painted himself into a corner by just going for the Iono and not bumping that stadium first.
All right, at least he didn't try to announce the attack.
Maybe fearing the Radiant Greninja after the Iono, wanted to make sure Nicolo didn't have access to concealed cards to draw, but...
Okay, Weird Ear is taking the KO. This is fine. He's doing it.
The barrel's right there. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to make this play make sense, Kyle.
Yes, you are on the same path as me, my friend. There's a lot happening
We're
here.
taking a winding path through a dark forest right now, and we're
taking a winding path through a dark forest. That's so crazy, bro. You can't say that, bro. You can't say we're taking a winding path through a dark forest. You can't describe the top 8 game that way. Is he wrong? No, I think Skarzig's 100% correct there. It is a winding path through a dark forest. I just, yeah, that's wild, dude. All right. Well, come on. I think Nah, Nicolo's got to find... Nicolo might miss it. All right, well, let's see. This is I think this is exciting, bro.
Veers taking the Frontier Road back into the active spot.
How do you get out of this mess with the potential of a Melanie to attach a water energy along with the final V-Guard energy? You can deal 200, which deals...
Lost Vacuum, gets rid of Path to the Peak. Is there an energy for Radiant Greninja? No. You'd have to barrel.
So you Ultra Ball for Arceus, you vacuum away the path, right? And you go. And it's like, yeah, if he finds... I don't think he's got two they're like, maybe there's a V-Guard in there, but I'm not sure. If he finds Melanie with one non-double turbo energy, he can win that way too, I think, right? And if he does 200 minus 30 is 1/7. Actually, no. No, he cannot. He needs to find boss no matter what. Right. Yeah, I know he has double turbo in deck. I'm just trying to think if the math... Listen, all right, math's not my strong suit. We already talked about this. All right. Okay, so yeah, Melanie is not an option here. He needs to find double turbo boss Arceus. That's it. Okay.
Hope you get an energy. Draw 2 more.
Let's look at the deck.
Arceus V-Star.
Yeah. It's just Arceus, and then it needs to be boss double... There is a V-Guard. You're lying to me. See, there's Melanie and V-Guard. You're lying to me, Soda. You lied to me. You're lying. You're lying. Yes, there is a V-Guard in there. However, V-Guard with Melanie, you're doing 200 damage. 200 minus 30, 170, 170 plus 40 is 210, not a knockout. So it doesn't get there, right? Call it even? All right, we'll call it even. Fine. We're even Stevens. There is belt, but the belt is not in the deck. The belt has already been used. All right, play ball.
With Melanie would result in being 10 short. Double turbo along with boss's orders.
It's got to be double turbo boss. Has to be.
Pokemon on the bench.
Yeah, we got a nice glimpse there, Kyle. There are still 2 boss's orders left in the...
You got to vacuum away this path.
Can we thin down just
yes,
a little bit more?
Get it out. Get it out.
Vacuum, okay.
5, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Looking for double turbo along with boss's orders.
Boss?
Orders in the hand. One more look.
No!
Oh. No! Supporters.
No! All right, well, so now you boss up the Charizard and pass, right? And you just say, like, you can't attack. Right? That's got to be it. So anyways, let's see what he does. You just got to boss up the Charizard and say, hope you've wasted all your energy, right? All right.
Not even something to discard.
That's got to be it.
Ninja. And Charlie Kerr threatening with this.
Yeah, bring him up. Do it. Do it.
2 prizes.
He's out of energy. He's tapped, bro. He's tapped. He's tapped. Call his bluff, bro. Call his bluff. No, you guys are all tripping. The game actually gets so much more exciting. Like, this is the most exciting top 8 match I've ever watched, actually. You guys are all tripping. This is the best top 8 game I've ever seen. Because you just don't know what's going to happen. So, like, you're getting curveballs left and right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it actually gets more hype when you don't know what's going to happen. Thank you, RVD, for the sub and the 47 months. Thank you. Yeah, it's so much more boring when you can call out all the plays that are about to get made. Yeah. All right. I think he's going boss on the Charizard.
Bring up the Radiant.
Don't you dare, Melanie. Don't you dare.
Charizard.
Don't you dare.
Time. Hopefully there is not enough energies to retreat this Pokemon.
Most of them are attached to Weird Ear V. I would like to see Nicolo double check the discard pile.
You've already seen the Luminous energy.
That is just the one on the deck.
Don't you dare, bro. You better There are all 4 DTE are down. Bro, bring that thing up.
A few of those in the discard pile. One on the
bring it up, baby.
I think Boss's orders on the Radiant
Bring it up. 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 Don't do it.
All you need to do is buy one more turn. You can thin it down with the Judge, draw a little bit more with the barrel. Next turn. This was a very, very wild game.
Scarsing is right on the money with that. Yes.
50. Looking at the deck, there's 5.
Boss. Yep.
Boss's orders. Nice call there, picking up the Radiant Charizard.
Let's go, baby. No, don't bench that.
Benches Arceus V, passes in praise. Does Charlie Kerr have the energy to retreat this Radiant Charizard?
He's going to take a
capturing aroma to thin.
There's
a jet
energy remaining. Finding the Trapeon V.
So now he needs to draw into jet. Holy moly, dude. Holy smokes. There's just one jet. He just got to find the jet.
Just thinning down to potentially try to draw into the jet energy for the Weird Deer.
He's going back in, he says.
Has the Ultra Ball in hand, can continue to thin.
He's going to have like less than 7 cards in the deck.
Yeah,
he's got this 100%.
That's got to be the line. Continue to pull all these Pokemon out of the deck. Try to draw into this final jet energy to promote the Weird Deer.
There's only about 12 cards left in the deck. If my eyeballing is correct, another nest for another thin. He's going all in for this play, trying to manipulate the numbers in his favor as much.
He should have Luminian for another supporter. Yeah, that would have thinned it one more card. Yep.
Much as possible. This is the biggest Professor.
Thank you, Hookshot, for the Prime sub and the 29 months. Appreciate you.
Research for Charlie Kerr right now.
There was potential to pull even more with the Luminion to take another.
Yeah, it misses the Luminian thin, 100%. Yep, you want to do that. You want to do all the little things that you can. Like you Luminian just for another supporter card just because it thins. Yeah. So, 100%.
The supporter out. If you miss by 1, that could be huge. Looking at the last 7 cards, looking for the jet energy to close things out.
Oh, man.
The crowd amongst themselves.
Not there.
Bro! But he drew into the Luminian! No! But he drew into the Luminian, bro. No, man.
Jet energy! Didn't grab the Luminion, a slight inefficiency there, and this was after not bumping that path to the peak to actually get the attack. And again, if you attach jet energy directly from the deck onto a Pokemon, its effect does not activate.
Double turn!
No! Oh! Whoa! Let's go, baby! Let's go! Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go. Now that was exhilarating. All right. That's what I'm saying. There was so much emotion, man. There was just a lot going on here. Holy smokes, man.
At the top! Nicolo closes out.
Is that the crowd watching this game? Can you hear that? Oh my God. Or are they watching like Pokemon Go or something?
There's a professor's research in the hand as well. Just keep thinning it down.
That's got to be the line. Continue to pull all these Pokemon.
The crowd is going crazy.
The crowd. Only about 12 cards left in the deck. If my eyeballing is correct, another nest for another thin. He's going all in for this play, trying to manipulate the numbers in his favor as much as possible. This is the biggest Professor's research for Charlie Kerr right now.
There was potential to pull even more with the Luminion to take another supporter out. If you miss by...
Yeah, Kyle, honestly, Kyle is such an incredible caster, bro. He don't miss anything. Yeah, Kyle's awesome. He doesn't miss much. No, he's right on it. I mean, he's every little thing. You could just tell how good of a player Kyle is. You know, I mean, he sees it all.
One, that could be huge. Looking at the last 7 cards, looking for the Jet Energy to close things out.
The crowd is chattering amongst themselves.
Not there. Not there.
No Jet.
Not.
The crowd's like, what?
Energy. Didn't grab the Luminion, a slight inefficiency there, and this was after not bumping that path to the peak to actually get the attack. It's on the bottom of the deck! Oh!
Yeah, I know that. Bro, Nicolo's face right now, he's like, bro, you do not have it. You don't have it. Do you, Charlie? You don't have the switch. That's so sick.
And again, if you attach Jet Energy directly from the deck onto a Pokemon,
let's go! Let's go!
Double turbo off the top! Nicola closes out game 1.
What a nail biter has the card.
Yo,
both players learned a lot.
Yo, that top deck animation was crazy, bro. I gotta give huge props to Nicolo, though. That's what you gotta give huge props to Nicolo. Big props, bro. Big props. He did it in the Pikachu bucket hat, dog. With his own crazy deck. He made it all the way to top 8 with the Pikachu bucket hat and his crazy Gyarados deck. Yeah, man.
From that game, Kyle, I think that's the lesson we can take away.
I met Arceus. I met Arceus 3 times in that game. What happened?
We'll take a deep breath, recenter ourselves. Us on the desk, the competitors at the table, our audience here in the venue, our viewers at home.
45.
Get up, stretch your legs. We're going to go into this match with a fresh perspective. Both players are already beating themselves up, knew what inefficiencies that they made during this game and how they can clean it up, keep their mental clear and strong, and head into the next game of top 8 with a fresh perspective and a new plan to take it to a game 3 for Charlie Kerr.
Dang, bro. That beat kind of goes crazy. I'm just saying, TPCI really upping the production with the music and stuff, man. Yeah, that beat was a slapper for real. Yeah, they kind of had the slappies going.
That was awesome. That was so cool. So many big draws for both these players, understanding the outs to try to close things out, and Charlie almost had it figured out. 10 cards remaining after all the thinning. Could have been 9. But it was the last card on the bottom of the deck.
That was some nail-biting
got the bell coming in.
ping-pong action, Kyle. And making the smart play, recognizing there might not be enough energies to get this Radiant Charizard out of the active spot. We heard the crowd cheer when Nicolo went for the boss's orders on it. They all knew that was going to be the game-winning play. But
Wild start here in the top 8 of Sacramento. Nicolo playing Gyarados VMAX, currently up 1 game versus a finalist in a regional championship just last year.
See, that's what I'm saying. You know, Charlie Kerr is a regional finalist, guys. So no. So people saying that this is Charlie's first tournament, it is absolutely not. No. I was gonna say I recognize Charlie's name from somewhere for sure. Yeah, he's a regional finalist.
Charlie Kerr.
And again, it's been a grueling weekend of Pokemon. These players played each other in the final Swiss round as well, Kyle. So Charlie Kerr probably went in with a game plan and maybe tunnel visioned on it a little bit too hard. Niccolo as well. Throughout all the games today, I probably would imagine he could count on one hand the amount of times he's been presented with the opportunity to get angry and simply missed that opportunity. Just evolved the Gyarados, and as soon as he played that Pokemon down, that evolution down, you could see the look on his face that he realized, I've missed out on a pretty easy attack there.
He's
all right, let's get into game 2.
Attachment ready to roll. Has the Arceus V-Star lined up for next turn. The Path to the Peak's the only piece that's missing, but of course with 2 in the prize cards, it's pretty unlikely to see any more of that.
Niccolo, I think, debating using this Ultra Ball right.
Cool, all right. Charlie goes first, energy on Lugia, pass. Niccolo goes second, double turbo to Arceus, pass. Let's see how this goes. We've got Charlie going capturing Aroma, Tails, going to be able to get a basic, looking for Luminion V. And another capturing Aroma, Heads, going to be able to get probably a Lugia V-Star with no Path to the Peak in play to worry about. Charlie is going to be A-okay to just Luminion for a Professor Burnett, play it, get 2 Archeops in the discard pile, and then pop off from here. So here we go. Luminous Sign, and it's going to be a research instead, so never mind. I take that back. But maybe there's 2 Arceus or 2 Archeops in the hand. Maybe. I mean, that's just what I'm assuming. Yeah, 3 capturing Aromas and a Messagoza. I got another energy. Charizard going down. And, oh, Charizard not going down. All right, there are 2 Archeops, though, so it's guaranteed. And Messagoza Tails. Oh, no, capturing Aroma Tails. Going to be able to get a basic. And looking at Snorlax, and then here is the Summoning Star, double Archeops. Okay. And the Messagoza Heads for another Lugia. So pretty solid board. I mean, this thing is ready to go. We've got a pair of Jets going on to the Lugia. And then I imagine, yes, discard the Stadium. And at this point, Charlie's got a very solid-looking board. Niccolo is ready to respond, though. He's got Bibarel, Arceus V-Star, Punch Gloves, and Ultra Ball, discarding Pal Pad and Lost Vacuum. And we'll be able to go get a backup attack or 2. So that is, I mean, that's everything that you want as an Arceus deck. I mean, already having the double turbo energy as well means that we'll probably not have to use Starbirth this turn. And with Charlie's board, board locked, it's not like, there's going to be a crazy weird ear coming in, going to be able to, one-hit KO this Arceus V-Star this next turn. So Niccolo kind of knows he's getting into a one-hit KO situation, or a 2-hit KO situation here. And it does look like he is going to use the V-Star power, maybe to help smooth some things out. Gyarados V on the bench, going to get powered up. And I think Charlie making a good decision by not putting a double turbo energy on this active Lugia and saying, all right, if I can find boss's orders this next turn or whatever, then I'll be able to, target down a Pokemon V and knock it out in one hit. It's also possible that Niccolo goes for boss's orders on Luminion here just to kind of skip ahead also. We'll kind of see which direction he chooses. All right. Yeah, boss Luminion. That's fine. And then path. I mean, I feel like you might as well. Yep. And then swing 180. And then the question is who, is Nicolo going to power up? Is it going to be like 1 energy to Arceus V and 2 onto Gyarados? Yeah, I like that. Yep. That's good. And again, it's just going to be, does Charlie have a boss to chase one of these down or no? And it looks like the answer is no. Oh, never mind. Here comes the Gyarados and Tempest Dive bump the path. Yes, that full art boss hiding from me in Charlie's hand. So very simple turn from Charlie. Going to take a big knockout on that Gyarados V and is up a prize 3-4. And where do you play from here? Lugia is going to be able to bump your stadium every turn. So, the paths aren't sticking so long as Charlie can use Tempest Dive. And that means that Weird Ear will eventually be able to take, big one-hit KO. So it's just a tough position to play from if you're Nicolo. I mean, Arceus decks really like to get the first meaningful attack. But with Melanie, I mean, it's fine. You kind of just play the long game. And with cards like Sharon's Care, it's possible that this Arceus could soak a hit and then Nicolo can bounce it back into hand. I mean, totally, right? So that's probably going to be the comeback plan. Now, I don't think that I like putting another basic V down right now. I mean, maybe it's tough. Maybe you try to sneak it down now. Slacking's also a good choice. I mean, it's got over 220 HP, so it can't get knocked out. But, you do have to be wary of your opponent just going, knock out another V, knock out Bibarel for game. At this point, you want to make it as difficult as possible for Charlie to take those remaining 3 prizes. And 2 energy on a slacking. And Charlie unable to use the Luminian in hand because of the path to the peak. But at this point, I mean, Charlie has as good of a board as you could possibly hope for. With 2 Archeops, plenty of attackers. I mean, what more do you want? It's all looking real smooth right now. And it looks like it could be a turn to just attack with a single prize Snorlax, which seems fine. Try to set Nicolo on an odd prize count and kind of just start jamming that Snorlax until, it gets knocked out. Because at this point, you just want to force that odd prize, right? You want to make it so that Nicolo can't just go looks like just going to swing and discard. So by not attacking with Snorlax, now it does kind of put Nicolo in a situation where he could go, knock out this Lugia and then win by using slacking on Lugia V-Star. Does it? Slacking does 260. And with that V-Guard on, I mean, it's possible for slacking to get a 4th non-double turbo energy on it, I think. And then the Choice Belt is in the deck. I mean, so it's certainly possible at this point. And we see just Nicolo just grinding through the deck at this point, saying, okay, I'm just going to draw as many cards as I can. I'm looking to take this knockout here. And the thing is, with the double turbo energy on the active Arceus, it could easily just retreat into this next Arceus V-Star. Yeah, I do think that I prefer attacking with Snorlax as Charlie, because then you just force your opponent to have to use up their boss's orders, right? And I think that I prefer that rather than just allowing Nicolo to go down to 2 prizes. I mean, allowing Nicolo to go down to 2 prizes here just really opens up win cons for him. He could do things like escape rope and then boss, and that's just game, right? So It's yeah, I do think that Charlie made this game a little harder on himself by not attacking with the Snorlax last turn. But Charlie's also like down his Charizard. He did have to research away a double turbo energy earlier in the game. So I don't know what his energy situation is looking like. I don't see a ton of energy left. So maybe he was worried about resources when he maybe he was worried about resources by keeping that Lugia active, but it just still feels like, you know, like now, like what is Charlie's actual win con now, right? It's like instead of, yeah, I think that Charlie is one turn late on bringing this Snorlax up, because now at this point, all Nicolo needs to do is go. Yeah, the problem is that since Charlie allowed Nicolo to go down to 2 prizes now and like didn't have the boss last turn, right? It's like now Nicolo can win in 2 turns now, right? Without needing boss. Like, Nicolo can win in 2 turns just by going attack and then rope. So yeah, that's wild. All right, looks like it's going to be Serena for 5. Ultra Ball. We got the second Bibarel. I mean, so like all the draw power that Nicolo could possibly need is right here. And then you got the Defiance Bands and Industrious Incisors. But at this point, like, the win condition is very straightforward for Nicolo. Nicolo just needs to have boss for game. And it's like, and Charlie kind of set that up, saying like, because, and that's the thing, like if Charlie attacks with Snorlax last turn, then in order to win in 2 turns, Nicolo would have to go like boss and then boss again. Whereas like now it's like he only needs to boss once. You see how much worse the route is? The route is so much better if you force your opponent to have boss twice, right? So yeah, Nicolo is just able to stay the course, take this knockout, and then he just needs so little for game. Honestly, yeah, you just swing. I mean, correct call, right? And then like you can win the game with slacking. You can win the game with slacking and an energy and a choice. So now at this point, like I think Charlie's like, all right, you know, there's 1 prize left. I just gotta hope my opponent doesn't have boss. He doesn't have a V-Guard on this Lugia, which would help, right? So there we go. It's just going to be swing and knockout. Boss, that's it! Yeah, dude. Nicolo advances to top 4. Just like that. Swift, baby. Swift. Gotta say, yeah, game 2 was much less stressful for Nico. Nicolo just really got in there. There was a top deck, but I mean, he was going to be able to draw so much, right? He was going to be able to draw with, like, so many cards with those Bibarels. Like, he was going to find game every time. It was either going to be energy and then choice belt for the slacking, or it was going to be boss, or it was going to be escape rope. Yeah, that was a wild ride for sure. Congratulations to Nicolo and Charlie Kerr, both on their top 8 performances and on finishing in the top 8. Obviously, a huge accomplishment that you do not want to, don't want to overlook. Finishing in the top 8 of a, of a huge tournament like that is something that you should be proud of, and definitely, definitely huge and a great experience, I'm sure. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into playing, under the lights, on stream, so on and so forth, and things happen. It's Pokemon cards. So, major congratulations to those two. And we're going to catch up on Nicolo and in the finals, because we do know that Nicolo ends up making it to the finals. And then also see what our top 4 match was like, which should be very exciting. So we got top 4 coming up here. Let's see what we got for top 4. We got Alexander versus Dorian. They both got a Luminian start. All right, we're going to get right to this after this quick break. Top 4 going to be going on in just a moment here, but I got to take a quick break. When I get back, we're watching top 4 of the Sacramento Regional Championships. Hang tight, and I will be right back. All right, y'all. Thanks for the patience. Hopefully, you've been enjoying your spooky lo-fi and are ready to take on this top 4 match. Let's go! Let's go. All right, top 4. We've got Alexander Flatos on the left versus Dorian Stotts on the right. Both playing Luminion. Let's do this thing, shall we? Alexander also playing colorless Lugia's. Got Nest Ball for Lugia V to get the old game kicked off. And we'll Jet Energy. It's into the active spots and then pass. And then it looks like we've got Lugia V-Star versus Lugia V-Star. Holy moly. This is gonna be a set. That is for sure. More Lugia V-Stars. You know, I definitely did not respect Lugia V-Star that much. You know, maybe it's because wasting a boss's orders there, I feel like feels kind of bad, doesn't it? Like, I mean, I guess you're trying to just kind of, you know, you're trying to disrupt your opponent, but the fact of the matter is, if Alexander like gets Archeops out and starts taking knock, like it's not going to be an issue getting that thing out of the active. But yes, I do think that Lugia has a very good matchup against Lost Box, and also can compete with Gardevoir decks. So, you know, for that reason, makes it certainly a viable choice. Is this just going to be another Read the Wind? Holy smokes. No, I mean, there's an Iono there, right? And it's just going to Read the Wind. Okay. All right, that's what we got. Just to Read the Wind. And with just to Read the Wind, like, I mean, Dorian could just win, like, right now. If Dorian's able to get a Lugia V-Star going, like, this game is over. And I'm pretty sure I did see an Iono over there in Alexander's hand, which he did not play, right? Am I tripping? Holy smokes, it's like that, bro. It's like that. Oh, no. Yeah, like Alexander had an Iono, but decided not to play it. I mean, granted, like, you know your opponent's hand's not good, but they did just Read the Wind, so... I mean, Wait, did he Read the Wind? No, because he just opened Luminion and passed, right? So he couldn't even Read the Wind yet. So I guess Alexander decided not to play... Yeah, that makes sense. Didn't want to Iono. All right. That makes sense, right? So Dorian did not Read the Wind last turn, didn't play any cards, just bossed, right? So then Alexander doesn't want Iono. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Right. Yeah. So you just kind of stay the course and you Read the Wind yourself. Like, that makes sense. You know your opponent's hand is trash. They didn't use, Read the Wind yet. Granted, if Dorian had top decked an Ultra Ball there, you know, and just... If Dorian top decked Ultra Ball there, he did just win the game, like, outright, because Alexander did not play a supporter, though, right? And the thing is like, just because an opponent doesn't play a card turn one, I mean, it ended up being a great call, but it was a dangerous one, for sure. All right, heads on Capturing Aroma. And now I think Ultra Ball, 2 Archeops. Yeah, we're going to get rolling now with a Lugia V-Star. And then, yeah, Lugia V-Star, Summoning Star, bada boom, bada bing. Retreat the Reversal. Oh, Alexander's got Luxray as well. I mean, that's going to make the mirror match even more favored for him, which is super good. And it's going to get 4 energy, including a V-Guard onto the Lugia. And that's basically it, right? I mean, this is basically game at this point. Because now, like, yeah, you just scoop it up. Like, it's really, you just kind of save us some time here. That ain't going to be going too hot. Yeah. When Lugia... Yo, not the pile between games, dog. No. Not the pile shuffle between games, bro. No, not that. No. No. Don't pile, bro. Not on stream, bro. Not between games, bro. Well, you seen it here, folks. Got to pile shuffle if you want to be the best. All right, it's got a Lugia pass for Dorian. It's fine going first. I mean, that's what you want. No, I'll only defend piling as like a way to check the backs of your sleeves, because I do, think it's important to check the back of your sleeves, make sure that none of your sleeves are marked. But like piling between games of a best of 3, I definitely advise against that. But like if you pile to count your deck or check the back of your sleeves, like that doesn't bother me. But I do think pile shuffling in the middle of a set, in the middle of the set, I think pile shuffling is not. All right, so you played Burnett, right? Okay, Burnett. And then an Ultra Ball. Yep. Gonna Ultra Ball preemptively for the Lugia V-Star. Huh. Okay, energy and pass. Yes, pile shuffling is not randomization, obviously. It is not, does not count as randomization. It is the opposite of randomization. It takes your deck and it puts it in a determinable order, which is why it is not adequate randomization. So you need to make sure that you're randomizing afterwards. AJ stops Alexander from piling in the finals. Well, that's right, because it's like, bro. Yes. I mean, Zach Lesage was banned like back in the day for pile shuffling before Canadian Nationals. Like, that's like, if you know your history of the Pokemon TCG, do not pile shuffle. Do not pile shuffle between games. Definitely don't pile shuffle as a form of shuffling. Do not pile. Just don't pile, bro. Don't pile. Like, yeah. Like, there was a big thing, bro. Don't pile on camera, bro. Don't pile. Piling's bad. If you are piling to check the backs of your sleeves and count your deck, like before a game starts, like fine. But like certainly in the middle of a game, in the middle of the set, like it doesn't look good. I mean, the thing is that it could be associated with cheating. So just don't do it, right? What if your cards are clumped? Then shuffle them. Clumping is not real, and clumping is something that can happen naturally during adequate randomization, you have to shuffle. If your cards are clumped, shuffle them. And then you are not supposed to have any idea that the clumps are separated. If you are like, oh, my cards are clumped, so I need to separate the clumps, that's cheating, right? If you're like, yeah, my cards are clumped up, and I want to make sure that like all my double turbos are kind of mixed throughout the deck, or I want to make sure that all my Pokemon are not together, that is cheating, right? It's called like weaving. I mean, basically, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're like, oh, well, I just want to make sure that all my cards aren't stuck together, that's cheating. that right there, what I just said, that is cheating. How is that different than people who clump all their cards together during a deck search? So people who clump all their cards together during a deck search, they're trying to count their deck. And then the idea is that that deck then is sorted. And if they were to present anything close to that deck or not adequately randomized after that deck search, then that would be cheating. But then the argument is that they are just searching for what is prized, and then they adequately randomize afterwards, right? So, thank you, Justice will be served for the sub in the 30 months. Right. They sort of check prizes, then sufficiently randomized by shuffling. Right. Basically, like pile shuffling is not shuffling or randomizing. So it can be seen as like a waste of time because like, what are you doing? You're not randomizing the deck, right? You're not randomizing the deck. In fact, the opposite. You're putting it in a determinable order, right? You're taking the stack of cards, and if you knew the order of the stack of cards when you take it, and then you pile shuffle, it is possible to still know that order because you've just put them in a deterministic order, right? You've just put them in a new deterministic order, right? So pile shuffling doesn't actually contribute to randomization at all. Not even a little bit. It puts the cards in a deterministic order. But you don't know what the cards are. Yes, but you're taking the cards and you are attempting... Pile shuffling by nature is taking the cards and you are trying to put them separated from one another. It's like you're trying to declump. Right, you're like, oh, well, I just want, like, if I have 4 double turbos in a row, I want them to be in separate piles, separate from each other, right? You're evenly spreading the cards out. It's just like, it's not shuffling. It's not appropriate randomization. Yes, you're doing... Shuffling is randomizing. Pile shuffling is, like, redistributing the cards. Yeah. So, pile shuffling is not randomization. Sometimes you may see me do it before a Swiss game just to count my deck and look at the back of my sleeves because you got to check the backs of your sleeves because, like, getting disqualified for a marked card is, like, that is horrible. So you don't want to have to endure that. But then also, like, you will never catch me pile shuffling between games or anything like that. Or pile shuffling and then not adequately... not adequately randomizing my deck. But honestly, I like Azul's. Azul's thing is like if you want to count your deck or check the backs of your sleeves, then pile shuffle after the game. And I agree with that. I think if you just want to count the deck and you just want to check the backs of your sleeves, then pile shuffle like after your game, right? So I like Azul's Oh, I mean, I used to pile shuffle all the time. I didn't know Like, it's just something that players did. But that's the thing is, like as we as a community kind of learn more, you know, then you learn why pile shuffling is bad, right? But it's like, but I can't say that I've known that the entire time that I, you know, have played, and I didn't. When I was newer, I had no idea, right? So, like, I think it's important not to, like, you know, not to go too hard on people who do pile shuffling, because it's like they might just not know. But I do think it's important to kind of create like a larger stigma against pile shuffling in the community, because it does kind of it can be used maliciously, for sure. Right. We had these conversations back in like 2017. Wasn't it solved then? The only way it gets solved, Feel Good Ions, is if the community mentality around pile shuffling changes, right? Which is kind of why I love what Azul is doing, which is basically just trying to change the conversation around pile shuffling, right? So, yeah, it's like the conversation's going to need to be it. Just because something is proven to be best practices doesn't mean it's going to get adopted by the community, right? I mean, it's just like there's a whole bunch of stuff. Like, if is an education, let's say I have half a master's degree in special education. You know, Natalie has a degree in psychology. There's a whole bunch of things that are best practices in education that don't get adopted into schools because schools are just stuck in their old ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many of you guys ever did popcorn reading in school? When I say popcorn reading, how many of you all in the chat during school, at some point, the teacher was like, all right, can I have Andrew read the first paragraph for us? All right. And then they read the first paragraph. All right. And when that paragraph is done, all right. And I'd like to have Angela read paragraph number 2. Right. It's like, of course you hated that. It's been proven with various studies that popcorn reading is not a good educational technique, right? But all of us did it. Right. It's actually horrible for reading comprehension and for student morale. It's horrible. It's like detrimental. Yeah. It's very bad for students. And why is it bad? Because it creates anxiety and it for students who love to perform in front of others, it's like fine maybe, but for most students with anxiety, students that are struggling to learn how to read and things like that, you are basically creating an association with reading and being like something that is stressful that you hate, right? So like teachers are kind of like creating this association with reading. They're like, oh, I hate reading. Like, and kids are going to latch onto that because like they might get made fun of for like mispronouncing words. It's basically you're hanging the kids out to dry, right? And then not to mention like the kids who can read are just going to read to themselves anyway, or like most of the class is like not dialed into what's happening. Yes, you're also forcing students to spend all their brain power battling the anxiety rather than actually focusing on the content. And that's one of like the biggest parts, right? Is that with popcorn reading, like nobody's actually focusing on what the content is. Everybody is just focusing on like, oh, that person messed up that word. Oh, yeah, they're really struggling over there. Oh, dang. Yeah, this person can't read at all. Dang, that's crazy, bro. Oh, yep, they're not speaking nearly loud enough. I can't even hear them over there. Right. It's just like you've got all these other things that become part of the reading process that really have nothing to do with reading or the content. And it just takes away from like the content in the end. You're also engaging when you do popcorn reading, you're only engaging one student at a time, and you're basically putting them on blast in front of the entire class, right? So, yeah. But there are teachers out there today that are going to do popcorn reading. Today. There are teachers in classrooms doing popcorn reading right now. Literally right now. There is a child in a classroom right now that will decide they hate reading forever because of their experience with popcorn reading. Yes. Popcorn reading is the pile shuffling of education. That's exactly what I'm saying. So just because something is bad, okay, doesn't mean that everybody is going to fall in line. Yeah, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to follow those best practices, even if they're proven with study after study after study, right? Like getting public opinion behind something is like a lot more difficult to do. So you have to actually convince the public that like of something's truthfulness, right? So the conversation about pile shuffling is no, it's not over, and it's going to continue being a conversation for years and years, I'm sure, right? Exactly. And Jacob, you've pretty much hit the nail on the head there. Yes. So, yeah. So it's like that. So yes, our conversation about, yeah, every industry has people that struggle with adopting best practices. Yes, I just happen to know about education because I have half a master's degree in education, right? Lampuerto says, I work in IT, and you'd be surprised how many banks I work with have massive security holes in their networks. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Exactly. Looking back, so much of the teaching techniques I experienced as a kid were just traumatizing and soul-crushing. Well, yeah, they used to have, like, the whole dunce cap, bro. Listen, we've come a long way from, like, yeah, I mean, back in the day, like, my dad said that he used to have his gym teachers hit him, bro. Like, hit him, man. Like, my dad got hit at school. Like, what? What? Yeah, man. And that's just one generation. Like, I couldn't even, like, yeah, I mean, I can't even comprehend that, but that's just one generation difference. Hello, Marco. Welcome to the stream. You're my Italian fan? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Marco. Thanks for being here. But yes, the hope is that eventually through discussing, and I think it's important to discuss the topics with tact and not like, don't just shame people or whatever, but I think it's important. It's important to, just kind of point out like, yeah, you definitely shouldn't pile shuffle between games. And it sounds like the head judge, like AJ literally in the finals is like, hey man, don't do that. Right. And that's good. That's good. Because that's the only way that people learn, right? All right, looks like Dorian has got Lugia up going first, right? And is going to be able to knock out this Drapion in the active and take 2 prizes. Easy peasy. get this game 2 going quick. That's nice. But it's Alexander's first regional too, so like he might just not know. And that's why I say it's important. It's important to like, don't shame people or anything, it just, but do educate, right? It's like, you have to be able to walk the line between like don't shame, just educate. That's what you have to do in these situations. Because, you want to assume that there's no malicious intent, right? Just, you want to assume the best in people, right? And then bang. All right, Lugia V-Star takes a knockout. Good. 2 prizes up. Here's a Lugia. And there we go. Summoning Star. Research. Didn't decide to accelerate first. It's fine. I think that there's like some validity in using a Primal Turbo before the research there, because you don't want to just draw into a handful of energy there. Thank you, it's Vohan, for the Prime sub in the 4 months. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, you definitely do not want to, you don't want to research into a handful of energy. So I feel like there's some validity to like at least thinning a couple of energy out of the deck, which like will marginally assist your draws to not be, so clunked up, because you're going to thin a couple energy out of the deck first before you play that research. Now, thankfully for Alexander, he only draws into 2 energy, which is not bad, but I think there's pretty much no reason not to use 1 Archeops there. There we go. Nest Ball. Mark says, just joined the stream, of people in the Twitch chat on the stream had their pitchfork sharpened and we're all mad about every single little thing. Well, here's the deal. Whenever there's a professional production, this is like, how much do you guys think that these cost? Like to produce a regional championship, how much money do you think it costs, right? $1 million? I'd say at least $500,000, probably between $500,000 and $1 million to produce these things. You're probably somewhere in there. I could tell you it's a lot more than 30 grand. 100%. We're at least talking in the hundred thousands, at least, right? And then the prize money is like over 100K, right? So I'm just saying, like, you have this like, the venue rental. I mean, that's like $1 million production, right? And if you ever been and kind of looked at everything that goes into, like, regional championships are like $1 million productions. I mean, they're huge, right? And then you have what at the top of this thing, there's 10 grand. And, with thousands of people watching, it's like people expect people's expectations when tuning into a production like this are like the very highest caliber of everything, which I think, like, you can see why people expect that, right? Like, we're turning there was 1,500 players here. We're tuning into the top 8 players who were able to beat out all 1,500 other competitors and are competing for $10,000, right? It's like, so people's expectations are extremely high. And when they see stuff not living up to their expectations, they're gonna kick and scream about that. So, yeah. So that, it's, I'm sure, I can see why people would get frustrated with things being, I guess, less professional than they would like. But then also, like, I feel for the players who are kind of in Some of them, it's like their first time, under the big lights, and, it's very exciting and nerve-wracking. So, like, yeah, I could see how this happened. Yeah, 100%. All right, we got Ultra Ball. For Luxray being down, he's going to be able to pop that Luxray into play. Yo, that's sick. And he can just knock out this Lugia right here. Holy smokes, dude. Yeah, you jet energy, and I like this play a lot. Yup, your body, dude. Holy smokes. There's people who say you don't need to play Luxray, dude. Sheesh. Dude. All right. Alexander, like, I mean, he showed me, bro. He showed me. I mean, I guess, like, if you, I still think that there probably is no reason not to still Primal Turbo once, right? Because if you Primal Turbo a double turbo and one more energy onto your Lugia V-Star, you just increase your odds of hitting this play off the research, right? Because if you draw into Jet, you could still make the same play. If you only draw into Luxray, you could just retreat the double turbo energy, right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, 100%. I still think it was correct to Primal Turbo once before the research, but yeah. I still think it was correct. You thin your deck and you increase the odds of finding this play, right? Which is like the game winner. I mean, you're knocking 4 energy off. That's crazy. You got the Lugia powered up. I mean, this is about as good as it gets. Bang. Wild Charge. 2 prizes. Right back. I mean, that's just craziness. And Alexander is, just cruising in this best of 3 so far. So I'll see Dorian. He's got Great Ball. And I see a lot of boss's orders on that Great Ball, but nothing there to find. So then it has Ultra Ball, but a lot of energy that he probably doesn't want to discard to play this Ultra Ball. And he's got a Research in his hand that he probably also doesn't want to play. I mean, this is just like ugliness right here. And probably is going to have to just go Snorlax's or... Oh, man. Okay. There's a lot of things I don't like about this play. Yeah. You're like... I mean, you're just allowing the Luxray to go in again, right? Because by bossing up the Archeops, like at this point, really, Alexander doesn't need a whole lot to win. I mean, with the Luminion being there, now all Alexander needs to do is boss, and then there's no way he can lose, right? Yeah. There's absolutely no way that this putting the Luminion in play pretty much ensures that Alexander will win this game. It's just yo, what's up, Blake? How you doing? Yeah, putting Luminion in play gives Alexander a huge win con while not actually advancing Dorian's board too much. I think that the best play would have been for Snorlax to just knock out Luxray and kind of just stay the course and build up more single prize attackers, right? Yeah, there's just not a lot of good going on Dorian's board right now. And then putting a gift, I mean, I really don't like overloading the active too, because then you're like, I don't know, maybe you run out of energy eventually. But Dorian's going to go down to 3 prizes. Okay, well, let's see how this one goes. I guess maybe he's thinking I can go single prize, and then maybe Weird Ear for game or something. But if Alexander just bosses here, I mean, it's lights out. And we'll see if he goes all the... Yeah, exactly. And he's just going the non-double turn. He's got boss in hand. I mean, this game is pretty much over at this point. I do think that it probably would have been... I don't see... Maybe it's correct to attack with the... That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm right there with Riley. Like, it's basically over, but I think Alexander should have attacked with a Luxray there. 100%. Yeah. You want to attack with a Luxray there because at this point, unless Dorian, I guess... No. Yeah, you just want to attack with a Luxray there. Because now the odds of that Luxray are just being... It's just going to be a waste, right? Like, you're, like, wasting energy on this Snorlax where it's not really necessary. You just kind of, like, made your Luxray worthless now by not attacking with it. So you definitely want to maximize your use of that Luxray and just attack with the Luxray. Luxray easily one-hit KOs Luminion. Going down to 2 prizes remaining. Dorian is probably not going to reactivate your Luxray. So, yeah. The only way that Luxray could get reactivated is if Dorian were to go Weirdier and, like, boss one-hit KO the Lugia, in which case that Luxray doesn't really matter. So... But let's see how this goes. All right, we got a Primal Turbo. Snorlax. Alexander's just got 2 prizes left. I mean, if Dorian plays Weirdier, there's, like, still a chance to win. I guess. But probably not. I think Dorian's probably down way too many energy. Oh, man. Well, now, okay. And that's the thing is, like, as Alexander, do you even know if Dorian plays Luxray or whatever? Like... Because if Dorian plays Luxray, he could just go Luxray knockouts, right? But I think, like... And that's the thing, like, Alexander just sacked 3 energy on the other Snorlax. He could have just sacked the Luxray instead. Now he's got this Luxray that's not activated and is putting up Lugia, where I think, like, probably Snorlax with 3 energy is, like, the better attacker here. So let's see what happens. Looks like Snorlax is getting powered up. Not exactly sure why the Lugia got promoted. No, man. No, man. No, man. No, man. No. No. This is for the finals, man. No, I didn't pre-watch, dude. I didn't watch this. I didn't watch. This is my first time, dude. Man. Dorian has Luxray for win if he knocks it out. What? So you just has to pass, bro. Because you entered attack phase. You have to pass. And Dorian's like, don't mind if I do. All right. Well, here's another thing. All right. So you never stack your Pokemon on top of your energy like that. Never do that. Like, always fan them out. You see how, like, never do that. Never do that. If you're watching this stream, I never want to see you do this ever. Okay? Never, ever, ever do this. Never. Never do this. Because you can't see it, bro. It's like you can't see how many energy, and he's just like kind of assuming that there's 4, right? Never stack your cards like that. They should always be fanned out. I'll take, if my opponent is stacking their cards like this, I will take them personally and fan them out for them. Yes. I actually will not allow the table to exist like this. I'll take it out so I can see, you know? Yeah, so never do that. And you're just seeing, like, you're seeing firsthand why you should never stack your cards like that. Well, now what happens? He's like, hey, you can't attack, bro. And he's like, well, that. And now it's Dorian's turn. Okay. And Dorian has Luxray in reversal, which is hilarious. Like, bro, okay. So, my God. So Dorian has Luxray and reversal in hand. And if Alexander just takes that knockout, then Dorian wins. With Luxray reversal, right? And the thing is that this Lugia shouldn't even be attacking in the first place. It should be anybody else, like Snorlax. Attacking with the Lugia, like, and Alexander just took a 2-prize knockout with the Luxray. So, like, you know your opponent can do it. All right, let's see what Dorian does. Well, the thing is, it's like, Alexander can't just pass because he needs to advance the board. Right? So, like, maybe... I mean, because, like, what are you going to do? Just pass indefinitely? Like, eventually you need to... Like, the problem is that Alexander has a 2-prizer out that can get 1-hit KO'd, and Dorian does not. Yes. So it's like, at 2-2 prizes, Dorian is going to have the advantage. Yeah, you definitely at least have Snorlax in the active. At least. But... all right, so Snorlax just swings again. And then... I mean, what? It's got to be like... hope your opponent doesn't have boss... which is like the same situation we're in, okay, I guess. Like, you're just like, hope they don't have boss. Which, to be fair, is like, okay, it was the same thing. Like, hope you don't have boss last turn, and pretty much the same thing. You know, you're swinging into a gift energy, so Iono doesn't even matter. And then it's going to get an extra draw. Does he have Luminion for boss for game? Or boss for game? Well, let's see. Mesagoza. To Tails. And he just tries to pass with the Snorlax active? Or no? All right, no. The Snorlax never flipped to wake up. Okay, that's fine. So now Dorian just checking everything. That's so crazy, bro. It's got the Luxray in the reversal, but no boss, dude. Holy smokes, there was a Luminion in there? So heads on that Mesagoza, and he's got it. But tails on the Mesagoza. There's pretty much just nothing he could do. The Luminion and the boss were in the deck. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy, bro. And he's just trying to pass. But... bro, this is the biggest BM. You could have just jetted on and just retreat, bro. This is a huge BM. No, man. No, just jet and retreat the Luxray, dog. Now you're gonna put your opponent through this? And there you go. GG's. He's in the finals, baby! Let's go! He's in the finals. Dang, bro. That's so sick. All right. A 2-0 advance. And then we have got the finale. Nicolo versus Alexander. This is gonna be sick. I mean, if I'm cheering for somebody, I'm definitely cheering for Nicolo. Right? You gotta figure, like, the Pikachu hat does a lot. And these are two players who are both in their first regional ever playing in the finals of a regional championship. Alexander going to start things off with Ultra Ball, discarding an Archeops and a Jet. It's got Lugia V in the active spot. I mean, and it looks like Nicolo's hand is bad. Is bad, bad, bad. And it looks like Alexander going to go get the Luminion now, kind of as like protection against Path to the Peak. Alexander knows that Nicolo does play Path in his deck. I'm not tripping, right? Nicolo's hand looks like unplayable. Oh, and then, okay, so here's the deal, is that Alexander got the Luminion. I do think that you should probably, if you're going to get it, bro, just slam it down, like, because you're probably getting Pathed, right? So... yeah, well, here we go. Let's roll with it. Let's see what happens. All right, going to Hisuian Heavy Ball for an Arceus V. All right, let's go, Nicolo. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, we got that. We got the slacking. Oh, it's a Serena in hand? That's not that bad. All right, it's Serena. I didn't see the Serena. But you're going to have to, like, Serena away some energy and hopefully draw some decent cards. And it's like, you probably just get rid of both waters here. You can Melanie him back, right? I mean, like, you gotta go. Yeah, you're bodied. No path is over for you, dude. Yeah, this is not looking good. Don't play the rope. I mean, I guess. You want to put the slacking active? I mean, I guess. Okay. And then here's Luminian. So, like, see, Alexander should have played the Luminian down turn 1 going first because Nicolo plays path. And if Nicolo had just slammed a path down, then Alexander's just stuck, right? But here we are. Oh, Slacking V, that's a reader, 100%. I would have read Slacking V. Any card that I don't see every day, yeah, give it here. I'm going to have to give it a once over, 100%. Because I don't want to assume in the finals of a regionals that I know what something does. I want to actually, you know, you don't want to take that. You don't want to, like, misremember something and then have that decide the game. So any card that's even, like, on the... Any card that's even, like, on the fringe of whether or not I know it. Like, I'm pretty sure Slacking does 260 for 4, and I'm pretty sure it can't attack if you have even prizes or something, but I would still want to read it. So it looks like it's Luminian for Burnett. Burnett's 2 Archeops away. Yeah, and you know Nicolo is wishing that he had seen the path to the peak there. Did prize 1. Only got to draw a few cards there turn 1 with the Serena. So this is going to be a huge advantage for Alexander for sure. And again, both of these players should be extremely proud of their accomplishment. It is no joke making it to the finals of a regional championships. I mean, this is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, just an incredible experience for them to get to be a part of such a huge production and to make it all the way to the final stage of a huge event like this. Like, these players should be ecstatic and over the moon about their accomplishments, and definitely want to make sure that they feel that way. All right, Nicolo. Ooh, yes. All right. With a V-Guard, too, so can't get one hit KO'd. With the Sharon's Care, and it looks like it's going to be a Trinity Charge. Thinning is winning, chats. Okay. That is a terrible-looking hand, but... well, accelerating energy is good. Let's see what Alexander's got in store for us. We have Primal Turbo. Primal Turbo 4. Yeah, 2 energy, sure. Nope, just 1 on to Archeops. Give you a little pivot. And then Boss Up. Yeah, dude, it's a wrap. It is a wrap for sure. Gusting up the Arceus, take it 2, and it's going to be a Power Edge for 100. Yeah. That is bad. This is bad. Nicolo not looking like he got what he needs going on right now. No Arceus V-Star in sight. No Bibarel. No draw supporters. Yeah, that's not good. Isn't going to be able to take this knockouts, but we'll just swing into the Arceus. I mean, even so, it just, all this pressure is mounting. And Nicolo finds a Judge. And there we go. Judge to 4 cards. Absolutely has to find some help here. With V-Guard on, he can do 170 damage, which is 10 short. Oh, no. And it's like, 10 short of the KO. I think you don't attach this Vengeful Punch here because 170 plus 100 is 270, and you like probably want to take the knockout, right? So like, yeah. So you want to give yourself the opportunity to hit the choice off this, right? Because you've got your V-Star power. You can go search out the choice. So you definitely don't attach that Vengeful Punch to the active, because then you're turning a 2-hit KO into a 3-hit KO, or giving your opponent the opportunity to gust around it again. All right, both players get 4. Bidoof, Bibarel. And it's like, at this point, you gotta just draw. Like, if you miss the Arceus V-Star here, you're losing. And there it is, last card. Okay, but see, now you need to be able to V-Star for the choice, dude. And now you can't. That, or you V-Star for like double turbo energy and retreat into slacking. Like, it doesn't feel good. And you could take the knockout with slacking, I guess. But you don't want to put the double turbo energy on slacking, because slacking can one-hit KO a Lugia V-Star. Yeah, it's just tough all around. So let's see what Nicolo gets off of the V-Star. Looks like he's looking for Radiant Greninja. And finds the choice belt, but that's the thing, is like, oh, this feels so bad. Did he think that this was a knockout? Oh, man. All right. All right, so Nicolo scoops. Oh my gosh. So he miscounts, and then he starts piling. Dang, bro. All right, now here's the thing. I'm not gonna say Alexander's a cheater, but what he has just done here is not sufficient randomization. All right, and I'm gonna point this out as like this just is a teachable moment. Okay, and I'm gonna say that he just is unaware, but he takes his deck, he does an 8 pile, and then he does 3 mashes and 1 cut. That's all he does. That is not sufficient randomization. And actually, I mean, players have been banned for that. So that's what I'm just trying to make this. I'm trying to make the community aware of the fact that players have been banned for similar kinds of shuffling techniques. Okay, that's just what I just want everybody to be aware of. That, like, okay, because look, Let's see. All right, so yeah, look at just watch the. And the thing, he probably just doesn't know. It's his first regional championship, you know. Like, I'm not gonna throw him under the bus, but this is a great example of what not to do. Like, don't do this, right? So you got a perfect 8 pile. And then, so that's a deterministic order, right? Is like you've got the 8 pile, then you put one stack on top of another. That's a very deterministic order, right? We got 1 mash, 2 mash. That's just a cut. That's not a mash. That's just a cut. 3 mash, present. So that's not randomization, right? So just to be clear, right? That's not. 3 mashes after a complete pile is not enough. It's not, especially in the finals of a $10,000 tournament. It's not enough randomization. So, as a teachable moment, I'm just letting you guys know, do not ever do that. Don't emulate that. You're going to want at least 7 riffles or mashes. Is like, especially before a game starts, when you're dealing with like an entire, you're going to want like 7 at least before a game starts. You know, if you're like in the middle of a game and your deck is smaller, like a handful of mashes, like 3 mashes might be sufficient. Like, I don't know, in the middle of a game, you know, when the deck's smaller, 3-4 mashes, cuts, things like that. But like, especially at the beginning of a game like that, and right after you piled, like, it's got to be more. So, and what I'm saying is that players have been banned for doing that, or doing similar to that. And I'm in no way saying that Alexander knows about that. He's a new player. So, like, you know, and obviously is got more eyes on him than he probably expected to have. Like, frankly, you know? So he's probably still learning these things as well. And that's okay. You want players to learn. I mean, that's just what it is. You want players to learn. So, like, the only way for players to learn is to teach them, to tell them. All right, so it's Arceus pass from Nicolo. Well, apparently AJ stops him from piling after this next one. So, pile shuffling is very common in Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, that's the thing, is that like it needs to be kind of made sure that those precedences are clear in the Pokemon community, that like that's not something we do between games, or something that's frowned upon doing. And if you do it, then you do need to sufficiently randomize your deck afterwards. Dang, Alexander's got nothing this game. Just Snorlax pass. Yeah, and with an Ultra Ball in hand, Nicolo is going to be able to take a very serious lead. All right, Arceus, cool. V-Star power. He's got the double turbo and probably wants to get a backup attacker. It's got a choice, and it's just going to swing. Has the Iono, chooses not to play it. That's a good call. Obviously, Alexander did nothing, so you just want to let him cook there, right? That's it. And Alexander's going to scoop it up. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to pop into the commentary, listen to the commentary here for just a second.
I also love the choice belt on the bench. I think that makes sure that you have a potential threat on a Lugia V if that does get bent, which is very important. You already built up an advantage. You know your opponent is at least a turn behind, possibly more, and then we go hunting for that Lugia V on the bench. You are able to get even more ahead. So very nice attachment to the bench on that choice belt. Didn't matter at all. We're going to game 3, and hopefully we get to play a full game this time around.
This right here is peak Pokemon TCG. Some clunky games in.
You see AJ? AJ's like, hey, bro. Hey. Yeah. You see AJ? He comes in with the hand wave. He's like, listen, man. Not here, bro. Not here. Yeah, the peak Pokemon TCG with the shot of the pile shuffling is not what you want. But AJ is correcting it. I mean, and that's his job as a table judge. You got to stop this, right? Because this just looks bad. It looks bad. It looks bad. You don't want to have that pile shuffling in between games. It's bad. Bad look. So.
And it comes down to a game 3. 2 new faces to the scene. 2 players who have not yet.
Right. And see, you can hear Alex say, he's like, oh, okay, I've been doing it the whole time. Like, he just doesn't know. It's literally what it is. And you can tell it's a very genuine reaction. He's just like, oh, okay, yeah. So, like, he's learning, right? And it's like, you just want to help people learn best practices in the Pokemon TCG. You just want to, like, you just want to educate, right? Like, definitely don't do that between matches. And if you do it before games, you have to really make sure that you're sufficiently randomizing your deck afterwards.
Cemented themselves in this competitive scene, who have not yet made a name for themselves, have certainly done so by getting to this point. But who will come away the champion? Nicolo with the Gyarados VMAX, Arceus V-Star, or will it be?
No, you could see that Alex like takes that in stride. It is like very cool about it. It is just like, yeah, bro, like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Right. And it's like everybody learns. And that's the thing, is that you just have to help help everybody learn what's expected in competitive play, especially if you're first regional championship. Like, there's going to be some little kind of P's and Q's that you pick up that way. Right. So it's important.
Flying high, once again, winning another region.
It's important that we put the pitchforks down. OK, understand? No pitchforks here. We don't need them. They're newer players, first regionals.
The recipe for success in the Pokemon trading card game is having good decision making, having a good deck, and also sprinkling a little bit of luck on the side to make sure that you are able to do well with both of those things. And we are, fortunately or unfortunately, seeing some of that luck factor majorly into who's going to take that
more
big
than a
10K.
sprinkling here.
More than a sprinkle. I was
Pablo.
trying to be kind, but more than a sprinkle, that's for sure.
Yeah, bad.
Dang, bro. You didn't have to say more than a sprinkling. What the heck?
Start for Nicolo in game 1. Even worse start for Alexander in game 2. We're going to see a fair game 3 for sure, right?
Sure, that's how the universe balances itself, right? That's exactly what we're going to see.
Arceus, please. Let's see these opening hands for the players. Any mulligans on either end? It does look like Nicolo is lacking a basic Pokemon at this time.
It's lacking a basic Pokemon.
Okay. I did set that one up for you, didn't I?
You did, yes. And it's rare for me to catch those spawns, I will say, but I had to catch this one.
You're catching up, buddy. You're catching up.
There you go.
I think we should normalize silly hats in regionals finals. What do you guys think? Thank you, Ace Trainer Cam. Normalize silly hats in the finals, bro. I know they have the t-shirts backstage. All right. They've got the t-shirts backstage that they force you to wear. They should also have a collection of silly hats, in my opinion. Right? Yeah, you pick your shirt color and then your silly hat. We should get to dress up like we're TCG Live avatars, okay? Yeah, 100%. They should just have, like, a dress-up station. You know how, like, if you're at a wedding or something and they have, like, a photo booth with all the different, like, funny glasses and stuff you should put on? They should just have that behind the scenes, and you get to, like, you know, you get to put all the funny stuff on and then come out on, you know, on camera, and then you're dripped out in the swag, you know? The naked. Right. Anyways, the regionals finals would be a lot more exciting if you could dress up.
Yes, we do not want to see any sort of issue that would
I want a fair,
merit,
good game here for Game 3 of the finals, Pablo. Let's make it
penalties,
happen.
no.
That's AJ Schumacher, the judge. I know him. He's an Akron local. He does my taxes. That's AJ. I know him.
Maximum warning, but no penalties, please.
7 cards now for Nicolo. Of course, if you draw your opening hand of 7, you do not find a basic Pokemon. You have to send that hand back into the deck, shuffle
Fun
up,
fact,
and draw
AJ's a regional manager for Jackson Hewitt.
Going out. The Weird Ear V in the prizes for Alexander definitely is worth noting. A couple of energy cards up at the top as well could be awkward. And
Prize double path. No, not like this, bro. Not like this. Not double path, dog.
Two paths to the peak on Nicolo's end.
Oh yeah, the 2 path to.
Yeah, double path to the peak prize. Not what you want to see. Alexander going first, flips a tails on Capturing Aroma. Is going to be able to search his deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto the bench, presumably. We'll see what he goes for. Looks like Alexander's playing all the sauce. He's got Weird Ear. He's got Mew. He's got Deluxe Ray. Capturing Aroma. We'll go search out a second Lugia V. And appears to have a pretty reasonable hand with some draw supports. Not Capture Energy. That is a V-Guard energy. Onto the bench, Lugia. Pass. Let's see what Nicolo's got. Can Nicolo find a path to the peak? Turn 1. There are only 2 in the deck. It's got water onto the bench, Arceus and Iono. Gonna allow Nicolo to see 6 new cards, give him the best chance possible to find one of those paths. And does he find it? No. Got Bidoof and Nest Ball. But here, Nicolo is just going to have to hope that Alexander draws poorly off of that Iono, and I can tell by looking at his hand that he did not draw poorly. I see an Ultra Ball and an Archeops. That's pretty much it. That's all that's needed in order to get rolling this turn. It looks like Nicolo is going to Nest Ball for that Radiant Greninja, and then can use concealed cards to dig 2 more cards, really reaching for that turn 1 path to the peak. Here we go, 2 more cards. Does not find it. Ouch. And that is going to be a pass to Alexander. Let's see if Alexander could get 2 Archeops in the discard pile and summon them into play with Lugia V-Star. There's Ultra Ball away. 1 Archeops and a Snorlax. And Alexander knows just how big of an advantage this is. Getting this first KO is huge. It looks like he's eyeing up Lumineon. And you can see, I mean, this just would have been such a huge path, right? I mean, that Luminous sign coming down for Burnett's. Just going to go get 2 more Archeops into the discard pile. So huge. And then there is the Lugia V-Star. And just like that, right? If Nicolo was able to find the path to the peak, this play doesn't happen. I don't see a stadium card in Alexander's hand. So that is just a path to the peak difference with 2 paths prized. Nicolo just having a tough time finding them there. And instead of sticking Alexander is going to have the opportunity to load up a Lugia V-Star and take the turn to knock out for 2 prizes. Yeah, that's pretty good. Bang. Arceus V gone. I mean, that's a huge amount of pressure to be putting on turn 2. I mean, Nicolo's only gotten to play 1 turn, right? And he just pretty much has to draw some flames off this Melanie. So let's see. Melanie the Water, draw 3 cards. There's Double Turbo. Ultra Ball will allow him out of this as he can Ultra Ball for the Arceus V-Star and use his V-Star power to get schmoving. But yeah, just an overall terrible position for Nicolo to be in. Since Alexander is completely set up, all he needs to do is just keep swinging. And he should be in a favorable position. Since both of these decks are more or less, 2-hit KOing each other. And Alexander's kind of started off in the lead with a quick 1-hit KO for 2 prizes. It's just going to be an uphill battle for Nicolo to come back. Oh, no, he didn't miss the energy, did he? And that's the thing, okay, so, I mean, Nicolo did just Ultra Ball away a Double Turbo. Man. Now he's got to hit that energy, though. Oh, man, this is bad. Oh, man. Getting rid of the path and the boss. Oh, but he could just use the V-Star power. Never mind. He's chill. He's chill. He can use the V-Star power if he has to. Obviously would rather not, but, it's fine. Got another nest ball. And we'll just fail it. And I expect... just see this Double Turbo make its way onto the active, right? Nah. Save that for something else. Maybe go get just a basic water to attach to the active. Or V-Guard. You could attach a V-Guard. V-Guard to the active wouldn't be bad here. And then I guess Nicolo can go get the Hisuian Heavy Ball and fish out the Gyarados for the prizes. And it doesn't feel like there's a lot of great maneuvers for Nicolo, just being in such a compromising position. But this seems fine. Yeah, I'm going to go fish out the Gyarados out of the prizes. Do have to reveal it. There it is. With Hisuian Heavy Ball. And then V-Guard onto the Arceus V-Star is, fine. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult for Weird Ear to take the KO. On Arceus, just give it a little bit more survivability. I do kind of wish that Path had made its way down just so that Alexander couldn't just take, Lumineon for game or something. I don't know. I just feel like Paths are still useful against the Lugia deck at this point. And it also stops Weird Ear. There's just some things that I think I would like to see path shut down. But looks like we're just going to be swinging for 200. And we'll see where Alexander goes from here. Primal Turbo. Going to pump 2 more energy into play. Yeah, slacking probably is like a better target than Gyarados. Right? Because Gyarados only can hit 240. And slacking with a choice can hit 290. There is a V-Guard, though, on that bench, Lugia. So even slacking with a choice will not ever be able to take that one-hit KO. And here goes the Gyarados. And it looks like Alexander is on pace to just go boss. And win this thing. And at this point, like, if Nicolo doesn't jam Path now, then he just loses to a Weird Ear. So, yeah, I mean, Nicolo is in a horrible position right now. He's got Path and is just trying to Bibarel for more cards. Does find Ultra Ball, so he can get rid of the Gyarados. And, you know, this play is fine. You're kind of saving the Arceus with the 3 non-double turbo energies on them, which is nice. I mean, it can take, I guess, but like it could knock out a Weird Ear, I guess, if the Weird Ear doesn't have a V-Guard on it. But, you know, and you're able to find your choice. Gift Energy will activate. But yeah, no slacking here. Slacking is the card that would probably allow Nicolo to formulate some sort of comeback. But really, at this point, all Alexander needs to do is bump this Path. Boom, there's the collapsed. Put down a Weird Ear and juice it. Here we go. This is it. And with double Primal Turbo, there's going to be more than enough energy in play for this Weird Ear V to make Alexander a regional champion. $10,000, baby. And here we go. Alexander's first regional ever. And he's got the fat dub. Look at that. I mean, congratulations, right? I mean, he should be excited. He looks very excited. Yeah, these guys, both of their first regional ever. And they got, wow, to the final stage. I mean, just an absolutely mind-blowing weekend for both of these guys. They should be very proud of how they, how they were able to compete all the way to this final stage. It is a massive accomplishment and something that hopefully that they're able to take with them for the rest of their lives. They're, they are now regional finalist and regional champion. So that's huge. Yeah, and they have won quite a bit of money. What, $10,000 and $7,000? Man, good stuff, good stuff. So major congratulations to those players. I think that was definitely a fun watch. This top 8 was crazy, dude. I mean, just nuts. There's so much happening there. So much to unpack. What a ride. What a ride for sure. All right. With that, I'm going to butt out of here. I don't really, not feeling motivated to do TCG Live today. I'll do TCG Live tomorrow, all right? TCG Live tomorrow. I got some videos I'm going to work on. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in for the stream. It was fun to get to watch back the top 8 of the Sacramento Regional Championships, so hopefully you enjoyed that. And again, major congratulations to our finalists, Nicolo and Alexander, and major congratulations to Alexander for the win. Definitely wear that medal proud, okay? And don't listen to any of the haters. If you watch back the Twitch chat and you got haters, all right, be proud of yourself. Don't worry. You're going to be just fine. You should be proud of yourself for your major accomplishments, especially at your first regional championship ever. So hopefully both of those players are holding their heads high and have a great feeling of accomplishment after an amazing weekend. So GG's all around. Thank you guys all for tuning into the stream. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow while we run some games on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, all right? Let's raid Amy. See ya.